Yep.
Hi, welcome back to Wine Mastery. We are going to taste a slightly different wine that you may or may not have heard of, and I'm probably not going to be able to pronounce it. Here's the bottle, and I think it's called something like Assyrtiko.
I think that, yeah, from what I've heard, you know, we've looked at it, and Assyrtiko does sound to be the right pronunciation. However, there's lots more letters in there which you could get carried away with.
Yeah, you could indeed. But hey. So, a Greek wine, and we're going to taste it now. So, a Greek wine, which makes a little bit of a difference. I mean, we have tasted a few that are very nice, haven't we?
Yes.
And I've sort of reading a lot about Greek wines sort of coming to the fore, and it is very classy wine. And we've been making it for centuries and centuries. One of the oldest wine making countries or areas in the world. So, yeah, looking forward to this one. Now, it's a white wine. It's been described as sort of like the Greek's equivalent to a Chablis.
Yes. It's a big...
Yeah, it's a big, not just a Chardonnay, but a Chablis. And, well, should we have a look at it and see?
Let's do it. That's the best way to...
Because I just glanced down as I was saying that, and I thought to myself, the colour isn't not very... Because I would expect Chablis to be lighter than that, would you?
Yeah, I mean, if we go back to Chablis and how would you describe Chablis, you would call it, it's basically Chardonnay grape, buttery, and it would just have a golden colour. But there's golden colour and there's that.
Yeah.
That is very...
Very
yellow.
golden, yellow,
it's,
very deep.
I mean, I know how I do want to describe it, but not on the camera.
Dear.
It's very, almost leaning. There's like there's a pink hue or something in there. It's like, it's dense.
Yeah, very dense. Yeah.
Almost looks like a sherry or a pudding wine.
Yeah, pudding wine actually. Yeah.
That's a better way to describe it.
Or a dry sherry. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
So that was, as a wine.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's have a go.
Okay, on the nose.
On the nose.
But it doesn't smell anything like a Chablis to me.
Doesn't.
In fact, it's very. There's hardly get anything from that at all.
Very subtle. Very, very subtle.
Yeah. Or delicate, if you want to use the sales phrase.
Yeah, we'll go with delicate, and there's nothing wrong with being delicate, but immediately from that colour, you would expect a power of...
Yeah, you would.
You expect it to be right in your face. Right.
Okay.
We put a little there.
Yeah, but not going to get much out of that, are we?
Yeah, so, okay.
Let's taste. Well, I think the problem there was I was tasting expecting to taste Chablis, and for me it was nothing like Chablis.
No. No, I mean, who am I, who are we to say such thing, but I'm not getting Chablis from that. I'm getting a very one-dimensional, fairly... I don't know if I'm being unfair when I'm saying it, it's quite bland. There's nothing...
Before you say that, this is $10.99.
So it's quite bland. Well, $10.99 is not cheap.
No, it's not.
It's not cheap at all. If we look back at some of the things we've tried, I think it's a bit of a push describing that as a Chablis.
Yes, it is. I mean, it's a push in terms of the taste. It doesn't taste anything like it. It doesn't have the complexity of a Chablis.
No.
It's not quite as dry and
no.
But maybe we've done the wrong thing by just because immediately our minds is going, it's not Chablis, therefore it may be bad, rather than thinking, let's just think of it.
And its own merit.
Its own merit. It's a different grape. We've not tried before. What's it like?
I hear where you're coming from. I completely agree. I do completely agree. But even if you come out of that camp and just come to the trying on a blind tasting, again, even without the comparison to the Chablis, it's not even. I mean, I get kind of that white fruit, that white stone fruit, but there's nothing much else about it. There's almost a tannic edge, which is quite dry, but it doesn't improve it in any way, shape or form for me. No,
for me it's a nice wine, but I think that £11 we have tasted for less than £11. We've tasted a lot better. It's not particularly complex. It doesn't. No. Well, it's obviously got this unique flavour. I think that this one would actually be a nice wine to pair with rather than actually drink on its own?
Yes. Now that I think you're right, John. That would make the difference. Because I mean, you said it's a nice wine. I don't even think I'm going to give it that for £11. I don't particularly. If I had a lineup of say 5 wines and this was one of them, I don't think I'd choose this. I don't.
Okay.
This is not my favourite.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's a bad wine, nor am I saying it's not something that people would like.
Just not to your taste?
No. For £11, I expect much, much more.
Okay.
But it's a style, isn't it? Again, we say this many times, there's so many styles out there, that's just not for me.
Okay. Well, let's move on to pairing then.
Okay.
Do you want me to go first, or would you want to hit with the cheese?
No, I think I'm cause nearly immediately when you said the pairing, it needs something to pair it with, and I think yes, this does need something. And I think something that would improve this would be the Comté cheese, which is. I'm not going to belittle it by saying it's the French version of a cheddar because it's not. It's their own cheese in their own right, but it has like a sweet nuttiness, and I think that might just bring that out. I think that would really help that actually. I think putting those two together, then I could see how that would work. But like you just said, on its own, meh.
Yeah. Well, I think that this actually would be quite a versatile white wine. So what I'm thinking is that where people don't like red wines, and so especially at sort of Christmas, Thanksgiving, sort of seasonal meals, then actually I think that this would be very flexible. I think it would go with turkey and cranberry sauce or sort of rich gravy. I think there's enough in this to compete with that. And also, if you're not having turkey and that's not one of your favourite things, I mean, I think actually, and bear in mind, it's Greek, where it grows, it goes. Lamb.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It would go well. So normally people go to perhaps a Pinot Noir, something red. This I think would stand up to the lamb and the fat in the lamb. So I think it's something that you could pair. And I think if you had some food with it, maybe it would actually just
I think you're right with the fat in that because when you just said that, I'm going through it, I'm thinking in my mind, yeah. But then when you said the fat, I thought, yeah. That was a warm, yeah.
Yeah. That's 4 years. Yeah.
I live with that. But yeah, in my opinion, I think that needs something else to marry it to make that find its true potential. As it is.
Yeah, it doesn't float our boat, but I do think that I think it's one of those things that if you were drinking this in Greece, the sun was shining, or even in the winter, the sun was shining, you had Greek food. I think probably our opinion would be it'd be a mood thing.
Yeah, a very different story, isn't it? When you're there's no stress, the sunshine and the pool's just there, food on tap, and then this has been poured. You would not say no.
No, you would not.
No.
Okay, well let's get on to the scoring then.
Scoring.
Okay.
Scoring, and then this, as always, this is my personal opinion. For me, it needs something with it. At £11, I would imagine it needs to up its game compared to a lot of wines we've tasted below £11, which we've adored. So I'm going to, I'm going to go for There we go.
And I'm going to go for 78.
72.
Okay.
Close again. No.
Yeah.
Again, it's just not. Perhaps it's a personal thing. Well, it is a personal thing, of course. It's just not ticking the boxes for me. When we're doing these tastings, generally we're doing them for the wine on its own, but obviously we do the matching that goes with it. But as it stands on its own, it's not doing much for me.
No, and I think that the reason I gave it the highest score was because my mind was with, I think that would really be good with lamb. I think that would really be good with some cranberry sauce and turkey. My mind was there when I scored.
That lamb fat, John. I don't blame you. That lamb fat did it for me.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, if you love this wine, then leave a comment below. Let us know what you think. And if you get a chance to try it, you haven't tried it yet, give it a go. Just because we don't like it doesn't mean to say you're not going to like it. And so the next time when we'll be doing a couple more seasonal drinks, we'll see you there. Chin chin.
Chin chin.